So, welcome to the Mojo Whiskey Bar channel. Thanks for tuning in. Jamie and I are trying something a little bit different. Well, part of the reason we're trying something different is I'm in South Carolina and he's in Indiana. So, we want to stay connected. We want to keep sharing our whiskey journey with y'all, but we wanted to dive a little bit deeper on some different topics, whether it be music or TV or movies or whatever. So I hope you tune in to this experiment, and I hope you come back and check it out. We'll do it probably every couple of weeks or so, give or take. We're just feeling it out. But anyway, appreciate your support, and thank you for tuning in. Jamie, what's going on?
I am here in beautiful Trafalgar, Indiana. The Joe of the Mojo Whiskey world.
I'm in beautiful Edisto. I'm good. I'm in beautiful Edisto, South Carolina. I'm the Mopar, but I'm not in Morgan County, so I don't know. We'll figure that out. But needless to say, I'm remote, but we thought we'd give this a roll. Good to stay for you and I to stay connected, and no reason we can't drink drink some whiskey while we do a video, right?
That's right. That's right.
All right. I'm guessing you got a glass beside you.
I do. I have a glass of the Penelope.
Oh.
So.
I don't. How is it?
It's really smooth. I mean, it's different than the Architect, which we usually have, but
Yeah.
it has, to me, it has a little bit more bite than your standard wheat. So it's something I think we would both enjoy.
I got a little Green River action. This is their. It's almost gone. This is their. Got to put on the glasses. Jamie's not beside me to read the label. This is their special 250th anniversary release of the U.S. Army, celebrating the U.S. Army. It is 111.1 proof. You and I both, yeah, you got yours, didn't you? Oh, there's your bottle.
Yeah, so that's what I'm at tonight. So
yeah,
it goes down really, really smooth.
Now this one's, I wouldn't say it's not that it's not smooth. It's got a lot of cherry in it. It's higher proof than most of the Green River stuff. But there's a little. What's that?
What proof's it at?
111.1.
What proof? Oh yeah, that's a lot more than that normal. Okay.
Yeah. So there's a little burn, but I kind of like it, you know.
Yeah. No, it's good. That's good stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm interested. I got a bottle of that. I'm gonna have to dive into that because I'm interested with the cherry hints that you see is in there.
So good. It's like
it even has a different coloring to it.
Yeah, it's quite a bit. I mean, lighting's a little different here, but it is. It does have a little bit more amber hues, I think, than. I don't think they have an age statement on it, but I don't know. It's pretty good. I highly recommend it. I mean, you already got one, but for those that might be listening, you should get one. So it's pretty good.
I think we both got ours at the Paragon liquor store. So
we did.
Yeah, through for it.
I do. Yeah, I put it in a box to bring with me down here to South Carolina. So, and like I said, as you can see, there's just a little bit left. That might be. I don't know if that's tonight, but. It's not many more nights.
Now, are you trading off down there, or are you pretty much going to go through that bottle and then start the next one?
Mix and match. I don't. It depends on the mood of the night. I think I don't necessarily stick with one bottle till it's gone. I brought I think 8 or 9 things with me, and I've picked up a few things since I've been here. But when I start one on a night, I stick with that one for the night. I don't mix and match usually in the evening. Yeah.
When
so,
I start mixing and matching, I mean,
the next day is rough. The next day is rough too. And I don't know what it is, but the next day is rougher when you start mixing things. So, I guess that's just a joke.
I don't know why that occurs.
Yeah. So, you were when we're in person, face to face, you always come over with a ball cap of some new artist or something. So like, I'm always curious, where do you find this new music at? I don't know what you got
Well,
on
so
today. I
when I
can't.
look for, well, today I just have it's called Salty Company, and it's
Okay.
just has a
Yeah.
Bible verse on it,
All
Matthew
right.
5:13. Salt the earth, and so um, I always kid around with some of the people I work with. I research music, new music, like it's my job sometimes, and so there is a country music magazine online. You couldn't. It's not economically intelligent to order a print copy of it because I don't do one. But I look at that online, and I do a lot of YouTube searches. I look at the release radar on Spotify, and I go
Okay.
through just systematically, and I kind of gotta peruse, what's out there and what's not. And typically, I'm listening to what I listen to mostly is country, and it's kind of traditional bluegrass,
Yeah.
southern rock country. But I will listen to people 3, 4, 5 years before they ever hit the radios. Or I was listening
Yeah.
to Cody Johnson in 2014, and so
Yeah.
he's finally getting out there. And guys like Cody Jinks and guys like this. I mean, I remember going to see Cody Jinks in I think 2016, almost 9 years ago, and now he's kind of blowing up. And so I do a lot of research. I have a Facebook page that I try to put as much of this type of stuff on as well. So
That's
it's
cool.
something I enjoy. Yeah. So now you
And
listen to a lot of stuff as well, all kinds of
I
different
do,
stuff.
but I don't catch it. I usually catch it years after you caught it the first time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like we went and saw
And
Zach Top a few months ago, and you're like, "Oh, I started listening to that guy like 8 years ago." I'm like, "Oh, well, okay,
yeah,
new to me."
it's crazy because I don't like song that's out on the radio or I
Yeah,
had the album about a year and a half before that song actually hit the radio, and I'm thinking, why does this take so long to pick up speed? And so I guess it's just how the music industry works and stuff. But
yeah,
yeah, I enjoy it. I enjoy diving into that stuff, and I enjoy conversations on it, and I enjoy going to see local artists. The Eric Hamlins, the John Ryans, the Cody
yeah,
Eicherts of the world that are local to
yeah.
us. I
Right.
enjoy going to see those guys. So
Yeah. I guess we should have told people. They probably figured it out if they've stuck around this long. Jamie and I are trying an experiment, so to speak. We're not in the same location because I'm in South Carolina for a bit, but we thought we'd every so often do these kind of sessions where we talk about stuff. And Jamie and I both have an affinity for music. In fact, I talk about all these new artists. You created a Mojo Whiskey playlist on Spotify,
yeah,
right?
I did. Yeah, yeah. So and I
We'll have
keep
to get
adding
that
stuff
link.
to it. Huh?
We'll have to get that link out to people so we can share
Yeah,
it.
we will. We'll have to put that out there. Yeah. So, and if you go listen to it and follow it, you'll see there's kind of a theme to the songs on there, and so it's something that some of the songs that I will listen to on a Friday night when I'm kind of knee deep in a bottle right before I order my 15th tambourine. I'm really listening to this stuff. So, and I now when you listen to music. Um, is there a certain genre or era of music, a time frame of music, a decade that you listen to?
Um, I'm pretty eclectic. Generally, like if I'm just want to listen to music, I think we're probably similar. Our Venn diagram is pretty similar. Like I'm gonna go to like more traditional country. I'm not really a fan of the poppy country. Although every now and then some Morgan Wallen, maybe Morgan Wallen isn't pop country, but I think he's more poppy. Um, the current go-to I think for us as an artist is Red Clay Strays. In fact, as we're recording this, you and I are chatting. Amanda and I are flying to Colorado here in a few days to go see them out at Red Rocks. So by the time this goes live, we would have already seen that. I don't know. I like music that just. I like singer-songwriter stuff. I like that when the artist writes their own stuff. I like songs that have some depth to them. Like we were huge fans. Not that we're not now, but like Tyler Childers is another artist that we followed very closely for a long time as well. But some nights it's like it's a Creed and a Three Doors Down and a Nickelback kind of night. It just kind of depends on the mood that we're in, you know. So I don't know. What about you? Do you have do you have a
So
consistent path you stay in?
I have a yeah, I have a consistent on YouTube a playlist that I've kind of just built over time. But there is a lot of it depends on how the week's gone. We'll say that. But you will find me listening to Merle Haggard, Waylon Jennings, Don Williams, Ricky Skaggs, Gary Stewart. You know, the king of honky tonks. You know,
Yeah, you got the pickers in
it's
there.
odd that I almost finish the night, depending on what time of day that is and how knee deep I'm into it, with Gary Stewart sings a song, An Empty Glass. And so
Okay.
it's just your typical tear-jerking honky-tonk song. And it's, I listened to An Empty Glass, and I was like,
Oh,
it's time for me to check out, guys. But,
well, all right.
and
I'll have
the
to
reason
remember
I
that one.
kind of listen to those is if I start listening a lot to the Hank Williams Jr.'s, the Rowdies,
Uh-huh.
Waylon Jennings, the Alabamas, I'm going to put a show on. And so somebody, if they're
Hence
not
the
watching me,
tambourine.
you know, that's right. You know, I'm going to put a show on, and I'm gonna wish there was an audience around. So it's I try to kind of control myself somewhat because there's sometimes you know my wife is in bed and I'm out of control. So yeah, it just is what
Well,
it is. But yeah, I usually find that stuff. But I love the Red Clay Strays.
so
I
good.
like new guys, you know, Cody Jinks, you know,
Yeah, so
John
good.
Party, some of these guys like this that I listen to. Chris Jansen, I really like Chris Jansen. So, but Whiskey Myers, Casey
Good
Donahue,
stuff.
guys like that I go listen to.
Yeah, yeah, and I mean, you asked me about music a little bit. The other thing that I like is, so I've been playing guitar for a little bit for I don't know. I'm not great. I'm okay, but
Yeah.
what I like to do is like Cody Jinks. You mentioned him a few times. Like I love playing his song "Hippies and Cowboys," and I cannot sing,
Oh yeah.
but I like to sing if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But singing and playing a guitar is a skill I have been working on in 2025, and not that anybody wants to hear it, but you know it's kind of a goal for myself. So that's a song I like to sing and play, and there's a couple of
Yeah.
Red Clay Stray songs, but to me it's like when I can learn to play some of these songs, it brings different meaning. If that makes any sense. I mean, you got the tambourine, you know how it goes. You know, you're
Yeah. Yeah.
just having a good time.
You just have a good time, and you talk about that you can't sing. Uh, Gary Stewart sings a song, "I Get Drunk and Think I Can Sing." So there is that. So sometimes that happens. I mean,
Well,
it just happens.
so I think I know the answer, but how often is Jesse, your wife, participating in these sing-alongs?
That would be, as of today, absolutely none. Zero. Not one time. So,
Not even one tambourine. She doesn't even get the tambourine every now and
no,
then.
no, she does not. She thinks that's just ridiculous that I keep buying them. And so, yeah, we'll go over to a friend's house, and when we're over at some of our friends' houses, there's always a karaoke machine, and they have bought additional tambourines in case I don't bring mine, and they always find our hands, and so it's a good time. I really enjoy it. You know, it's kind of like when you're back in, well, we'll say right out of high school because we never did anything illegal.
Right.
So as soon as we got out of high school and you start to go to parties and the music happens and everything, it's kind of like we fall right back into that. So
Yeah.
it's the music. And to me, it's the music
The
kind of
music,
takes control.
absolutely. I mean, nothing goes better with whiskey than a little bit of music.
I would agree.
All right, I'm gonna try something because it's getting darker here, but last time I didn't do so good. But we'll see if it's all right now.
That's not too bad.
It's not too bad. All right, we'll tolerate it.
Yeah,
I think.
right behind where John's sitting is where Bigfoot is. I mean, so that's
Yeah,
awesome. I mean, that's out
pretty
pretty good.
much. I mean, I don't know if you can see it. My finger is doing a shit job of pointing. Or sorry, bad job. But right on the horizon, that's the ocean, folks. In the backyard here, we got a marsh. So Jamie's going to come down here in December and check it all out for himself. But I'm really excited for you to come down here, honestly, because we
Yeah,
just
I
love it
can't
down
wait.
here.
Yeah, I
But
cannot wait.
we we have a Bluetooth speaker on our. We have a screen and porch on our off the back of the house, and there's a lot of nights we just sit on that porch and I get my Spotify open and we just play music and sit there and have a grand old time. So
Yeah.
music's important for sure.
It's it's important, and you know, I've had this conversation before with others. Is that if you told me you can only listen to music or watch TV for the rest of your life, I pick music, and I just pick it every time. And
Yeah,
so
music. That's a no-brainer.
it's a no-brainer to me. I like you. I enjoy the artists who are singer-songwriters who have lived the songs that they're writing. It just
Yeah,
seems like there's more of a emotional tie to it, and I think that's
yeah.
why I like some of the older people, just because they lived rough lives, mostly because of their own fault, but they did, and so they were able to put that pen to paper, and it just something came out. So
You know, there's a guy that I don't think I really appreciated until re- within the past couple years. Willie Nelson.
mm,
You know,
yeah,
um,
hell of a songwriter. I mean, absolutely.
hell of a songwriter. And he's got a sound. I wouldn't say he's a great singer, but he's got a sound. But
That's right.
when you
That's a good way to put that.
but when you like peel back some of the layers, understand a little bit more about him, like really fascinating dude,
He is.
and he lives his
And
own life.
he has a documentary out on
Yeah,
one of those channels that kind of
yeah. I think that's where I
describes
learned more about
him and
him.
his family. Yeah, and you know, it goes all the way back to when he wrote "Crazy" for Patsy Cline, or "Hello Walls" for Fair and Young. This guy has been writing number one hits in country music for 50, 60,
Decades,
70 years. I mean, it's
way longer
unbelievable.
than we've been alive, way longer.
Exactly.
And and
So
he's
yeah,
just
he is an American icon.
he's a live and let live kind of person too,
Hmm.
which I wish as you and I are recording this, I'm not going to get into specifics, but anybody with a radio or a TV knows there's been a little bit of chaos in our world here in the past couple of days, and
Yep.
man, why can't we just let people be people and be and have tolerance and acceptance? I mean, I don't know. It's sad. Some days it's sad.
Yeah, it is, and I think that's why I'm always kind of drawn back to music. You know,
Agreed.
because if we cannot connect with music somehow, we got a problem. I mean, there is a fundamental problem, and you know, you leave all the other stuff behind, and we can sit down and we can listen to music, and we can have a drink, and
All
we
is
can still
good.
get along. Yeah.
And even if there's like sometimes our kids are around and uh, uh, my wife sometimes likes to hijack the playlist. I mean, you know how you can queue songs up in the Spotify. So sometimes she'll hijack, and when our kids are around, they're like getting upset because they had a song they want to hear. I think uh, when you're in a group of people, like our kids have way different music tastes than maybe we do. But it's
Oh yeah.
like, okay, I can listen to your song for 3 to 4 minutes. I mean, don't pick the 17-minute Inagata Davida song. Don't be a dick. But we can all like appreciate like your music, your song, and we take turns and that sort of thing, unless somebody hijacks it. And I think
Right.
that's a good way as a person to be able to express yourself a little bit is through the
Yeah.
music that you like.
Yeah. It is, and it's. I think it's interesting to me is over the decades is how writing has changed, how song composition has changed. And today a song is a perfectly good song that was written in 2025, but it's to me it's more almost like a jingle, and so
Yeah,
there's like some
it
catchy
is.
phrases, and where in the 60s and 70s it's a story, put the music, and
Yeah.
so now they both have their place, and they're both very good, and I listen to stuff from the entire gamut. But it's just interesting to me how it has changed and how it has evolved over the
Yeah.
years.
I'm listening to you. I just got to turn up the dimmer on this because I'm starting to look a little orange. So bear with me. But keep going. I'm tracking.
Yeah, so um, I think, viewers out there, it'd be interesting to hear what you guys listen to when you're having your favorite pour on a Friday night or
Yeah.
Saturday night or a Thursday night. What's on your playlist? What do you kind of dive into? And it's a lot of the different, whether they be a YouTube channel or a Facebook page, a lot of John and I aren't the only ones that kind of have this marriage between music and our love of bourbon and rye and whiskeys. I think I mean, it's a growing trend out there. So, would be interested in hearing what others are thinking because John and I can give you our 2 cents all day long, and I know I could talk about this for hours. So, I can
Absolutely.
break down the 60s through today and just start, who did
Well,
this and who did that.
but you said something a moment ago that I think is important. Um, Back in the '60s, like a song that comes to mind is the Buffalo Springfield song. What it's like, I think is what it's called. Do you know what I'm talking about? There's something happening here. What it is, like musicians would take pen to paper and write a song to express their point of views, whether it was to protest or whatever. And there's recent memory. Oliver Anthony, Richmond, north of Richmond. Like,
Yeah,
dude, that song caught fire, right?
it
Because it
caught fire.
resonated.
It's exactly right. It resonated. And what's interesting is some of those songs back in the 60s and the 70s, they were written exactly how you're talking about, and no one really took offense to it. They're like, this is just a good song. Yes, there's a
Right,
message behind it, but it's a really
right,
good song.
right.
And so,
Some of them
I
are timeless too, like that Buffalo Springfield song. Like if it came out today, I think it would still be on the top of, or near the top of the charts because it's kind of the message that seems to kind of fit for today's time. So
yeah,
but I get you on the jingly stuff, and okay, and I'm not going to name any specific names. There's one that's in my
yeah,
head, but I'm not going to do that. I applaud them because they figured out the business model to make it successful,
exactly. No, they did. They how to
right?
stay relevant and make money in this business. I agree. That's exactly what they did, and that's good for them.
Um,
So,
but that's not the kind of music that pulls me in.
I agree. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
yeah,
what's interesting is I think a lot of the artists they come in with these solid, well-written songs on their first album or two, and then they have to change to the newer type of stuff to stay relevant with what the radios will play,
yeah. I mean,
and they adapt.
there's a really, I'm gonna polarize, but I have a feeling the people that tune in to Mojo Whiskey Bar, and especially if they got this deep, it's gonna be okay. But there's a really interesting podcast that I listened to the other day. I don't know if you've heard it yet, but Aaron Lewis, both you and I are fans. In fact, on a lot of Mojo Whiskey Bar videos, you're wearing an Aaron Lewis cap.
Oh yeah,
Um,
yeah,
that he had a interview with Tucker Carlson recently. I don't know, a
yeah,
couple weeks ago. I don't know if you caught that, but he talks about the
yeah.
music industry, and it is brutal, man. The artists like
Brutal, brutal.
they get to a point where they're basically just they're pimped out, and
That's
if
exactly right. Yeah,
and if they don't do what the label or the music industry wants them to do, they're thrown away, and because there's somebody else in line that's willing to do that, and that's sad that music has been fabricated in that way.
Yeah, a guy like, and we both have talked about him, Cody Jinks. He stays independent on purpose, so he
Mm-hmm.
can control his music, but he also knows I'll never be on radio, and
Yep.
he's come to terms with that. He's accepted that, okay, but he has a heck of a following. He puts
Yep.
out, he writes his own stuff, but
Jamie
he's
Johnson is another guy.
Jamie Johnson, heck of a songwriter. My gosh, that guy, yeah, he gets, yeah, I
I
know.
mean, even like Tyler Childers was that way. Like you don't hear Tyler Childers songs on the radio. Now I don't like
Yeah,
his political point of view, and that's his own opinion or whatever. But he
yep,
writes good
yep, right.
songs, and he's saying kind of f you to the industry so that he can do what he wants to do, and I appreciate that about him. You know.
Oh, I do too. I agree. I agree.
Yeah. All right. Well, a little bit of a dive into music. Any other topics? I mean, I don't care that this runs a little long because this is an experiment. I don't know what it's going to do. So,
Yeah. Um, I think, some of the next ones we do, we can kind of look at, decades, break down what you listen to from the 70s or, whatever we want to do it.
sure,
There are, what's your favorite movies or documentaries or
absolutely,
shows based on
sure,
music and stuff. There's all kinds of stuff we can dive into because like I said, that marriage between the bourbon industry, the whiskey industry, and music, it is deeply entangled. And whether people want to admit it or not, alcohol has helped write some of the greatest songs that have ever been played in music. I don't care what genre you're in; it has really helped. That's
for
simple.
sure. I mean, alcohol and maybe some other substances, but either way, I mean,
I mean,
it's played a part. You know,
yeah.
there's
I
a
mean,
tear in
look
my
at George
beer,
Jones.
crying for you, dear. You
That's
were
right.
on my
Yeah.
mind.
I mean, the guy died at 29, but he wrote some hell of a good songs when he was alive. So
Uh, Tell me about it, man. They don't make music like that much anymore. So,
they don't. Yeah. So
all right, brother. It's good to catch up. A virtual
you too, my
toast.
friend.
Yeah. Until the next time, be good. And folks, thank you all for playing along. Even if you don't watch, this is a great time for Jamie and I to catch up. So, bonus.
It really is.
But I hope you all do have stuck around to this long. If you have topics that you're interested in, that you're like, hey, can you guys, like Jamie said, talk about movies and this and that and whatever, you
Let's
know,
do it.
put a little whiskey in us. We'll talk about just about anything, I'm sure. And maybe a tambourine will come out one time.
Oh, I can guarantee you because they're in the room with me, so I can tell you that they're
Seriously,
really getting close to my hands. I can tell you
I think maybe the next time we do this, we should like explore Jamie's tambourine collection.
that's exactly. But yeah, to John's point, subscribe, give us a thumbs up, hit us up on TikTok, on Instagram, Facebook,
Yeah,
YouTube, continue to
yeah,
the support and share. We
we definitely
appreciate the
appreciate it.
growth of the channel,
Yeah.
and
Dude, we're over
we
200
can,
on YouTube now, which is like small
yeah,
potatoes in
same
the
with
in the.
TikTok.
But for us, like 200 people following us on YouTube, that's freaking awesome. I love it. So I appreciate
Yeah,
all the people that
we
have
have just
clicked
a
that
couple of
subscribe button.
hillbillies. So this is great. So yeah, but continue to help us grow it, and we'll keep putting out content. But we are very interested. If you guys got something you want to hear us run our yappers about and drink to, we will do that. So
Amen. Amen. All right. Appreciate y'all.